Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Facebook Live. I thought today I would share with you who all the kind of things that I've learned on Facebook Live of what not to do. And I hope that this is going to be a bit of a fun session. And also, if you have something to share, please do so. So if you are on the live broadcast right now, just come in and say hi. If you are going to watch the replay, pop your comments in, and I'm more than happy to answer them as I go through the comments. So here we go. Facebook Live video, what not to do. So at the moment it's telling me that I can put a mask on myself. So here we go. If you're here and you're watching, please in the comments box just type in hi, I'm here, and if you have got anything to add, please add whatever you need to add. So let's get started. And I have a list of things that over the period of time that I've had a look at in terms of Facebook Live, or things that have been done, and I thought it would be awesome to share them. So I'm deliberately going to make some mistakes today, more as a fun thing, to show you like how things work and how they don't work on live video, and what kind of does work and doesn't. All right, so let's get started with the very first thing. Is let's talk about your voice. So in terms of, hold on a second. So see, I've already made this one thing here, and you're probably going, what the heck is she on about? So the first thing is get yourself a proper microphone and attach it so that people can actually hear what you're saying. Right, so in terms of live video, I'm going to be talking about all the things that I've learned over the period of time of what not to do when you're on a live video, and that was one of them. So make sure that your microphone is attached to you in a way that you can actually be heard and seen online. All right, so yeah, let's get started. The first thing is let's talk about your voice. Now, while you're on video, a lot of people that I come across, we talk about authenticity online. So when you talk about authenticity, when somebody meets you in real life, they need to meet you the way that you are. It's no good being online and being totally fake, like totally not yourself. So when you're coming on, don't do things like, hi, I'm Juanita, and I'm so excited to be here, and it's this, and it's a completely fake voice. So like, just be yourself online, use your own voice. Just in terms of voice, if you are somebody that speaks a little bit faster, just slow down a tiny bit, or use some more pauses in your sentences so that people can actually hear you and understand what you're saying. So, just in terms of watching your voice, watch it. Now, using a tissue is all good, but if you do have your nose running, make sure you're not doing this the whole time. It can be very, very distracting. All right. So that's a little bit about voice. Also, just prep yourself beforehand, because a lot of the times when somebody's nervous, you can hear the breathing, the panting. So, watch that. Do some exercises beforehand, fill your lungs, and get yourself, ready for your live video. Okay, so let's talk about a few of the props and things like that, and what kind of as I said, what not to do. So in terms of getting yourself prepped, and you're going to do a little bit of a long live video and things like that, make sure that you've got something to drink along the way, but make sure that your container is a closed container so that it doesn't fall over during your live video and ruin your computer or anything like that. A glass is very easy to fall over, bump over while you're busy. And I have seen people do that, so just make sure you do. I heard something the other day, it's a little trick that I need to start trying, but apparently if you drink a little bit of warm water, it helps your throat, so it helps your voice to be more fluid and more natural. So apparently it doesn't like constrict your throat. So they say that if you are in live video, drink warm water as opposed to cold water. That I haven't tried yet, so I'll let you know. All right, let's talk about your background when you're shooting a video. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen professionals with a background that is sitting in their bedroom, and they're sitting on their bed, and they have all the washing that's not folded behind them, and they have papers laying around and everything else. Think about the image that you are wanting to project. Now, seriously, I mean, if that's the image that you want to project, that's fine. But if you are in a professional environment, think about your background. Think about what's going on behind you. I certainly wouldn't be, unless that's your modus operandi, and you are somebody that's doing a live stream from your bedroom. That's great. But if you are a professional, make sure that your environment at the back is at least reflective of what you are doing or what you want to do. Okay, eating. If you are coming on a live video, first thing is, and I would really encourage you, is if you are eating beforehand, just make sure that you're brushing your teeth and things like that. I have seen times when people have chocolate stuck on their teeth, or something going on. So watch your and definitely don't eat while you're on a live video. Now this is interesting because I got here in terms of your preparation and things like that. So hi Kane. Welcome. Okay, so what I've got in terms of preparation, make sure that you are prepared beforehand. Make sure that you have your lighting right, and you have your camera right, and you have your microphone right, etc., so that you're not feeling stressed and things like that. But what I do want to say about live video is don't over prepare. So I find a lot of people will sit with their notes, and they sit and read notes, and that's not what live video is about. So prep yourself, have a few bullet points, know what you're going to say, but just talk from your heart and just say what you want to say. Oh, coming back to, I actually want to talk about the environment as well. So if you are, so I spoke about the, like where you're sitting and doing your live video, but if you are out doing a live video, so out in the, in the park or out on the beach or anything like that, make sure that you do have a proper microphone so that it covers the, and it's got a muffler on it, so that it covers the wind and things like that coming through, so that people can hear you really, really well. So make sure that your microphone is a good one. And also watch your background, because I don't know how many times I've seen a live video with things going on in the background that really shouldn't be going on in the background, and it becomes distracting for your video. So, just look around you before you kind of shooting some stuff. But have fun with it, right? So that's what live video is all about. And as I said, don't sit and read notes. Be prepared, but make sure that you are absolutely just being yourself and having fun and talking and doing what you need to do. All right, glasses. If you are somebody that wears glasses, and I did bring mine, so I am, okay. Oh, there we go. If you are somebody that wears glasses online, I'll just do this here for you quickly. All right. These are particularly filthy at the moment, and I've done that deliberately because I wanted you to see how it kind of shadows your eyes a little bit and things like that. So make sure that if you are wearing glasses, I've got my contacts in at the moment, so that's pretty cool. But if you are wearing glasses, make sure that they're pretty clean and they're sitting on your face right. So, you don't want to be sitting the whole show like that. Because believe it or not, it does irritate some people. So, and they'll be more focused on that than focused on what you're actually talking about. Right. When it comes to live video, a lot of people have asked me, Like, do you move? Like, do you use your hands or don't you use your hands? Do you sit very stiffly, or do you actually move around, or what do you do? On live video, you can and you should be using movements, but of course it's not like crazy movements all the time that distract people and give them, motion sickness. So be yourself. If you do use your hands, use them, but don't be going crazy online. If you want to demonstrate a point, see there, like I did there, demonstrate a point, then you can use your hands. Right, eyes. So online, when you are talking, we do use our eye movements all over. It can be very distracting if you're rolling your eyes everywhere. So if you're online, try and focus on the little camera on either your computer, your laptop, or try and focus on the camera on your phone and talk to that. So imagine that that's the person that you're talking to, and talk to that, because you can see a big difference if I'm doing this as opposed to if I'm doing this and talking to you and looking down, as opposed to if I'm doing this and talking to you. It makes a difference to how you want to be seen. All right, animals and children. So let's talk about animals and children, because unless you're doing an animal or a children's show, see that? That's an awesome distraction that should not be happening when you're on a live video. So I am going to, oopsie, there we go. Let's put that off, like that. There we go, and we'll hope that they don't call again for the moment. Right, sorry about that. Okay, now, see, that was planned. Okay, the next thing that we want to talk about is in terms of your clothes and things like that. So, when you're wearing anything. Oh my gosh, hold on. We were talking about children and animals. Okay, you know what? Get out of here. Get out. Okay, you know what? I'm having a laugh there, because do you know how many times I've seen people, we were talking about children and animals, and you know how many times I've seen people where a child walks in and interrupts the live video, and I've seen the parents kind of shrug them off and tell them to go away and be rude with them because they're so focused on their live video. Well, here's the thing. I believe that you need to project you as a parent, right? And that's something that I hope that you wouldn't do if you're on a live video. But if you are, you pick up your child, have a conversation with them, tell them that you'll be with them, tell them what to do, and then let them get on with whatever they're doing. Don't, even if you're a business person, even if you're in a business call, we have kids, let them do their, don't be rude to them, be the parent that you're supposed to be. Okay, in terms of animals, as I said, unless you are running an animal show, I would be very careful of having your animals in the room. I did once do a show and my dog jumped on my lap, and that was fantastic, but it distracted the whole show. So I had my dog on my lap and he wouldn't stop trying to lick my face and trying to, get attention and things like that. Same as obviously children, you're not going to take your animals and do something with them, but politely get up, take them out, do whatever you need to do, and come back to the live video. But this is what I talk about with preparation. So if you know that you're going to have these distractions, make sure that you are prepared for them, or make sure that you pre-prepare so that they don't happen. Okay. So that was a bit of a fun one. So we had the distraction of the phone there. So we're talking about all kinds of things that happen that are distracting. All right, now let's talk about the clothes you wear online. So if we talk about clothes and things like that, I would be definitely having a look at the way you dress. So just in terms of be careful of cleavage. Ladies, don't show too much cleavage, so because that can be quite distracting online. So you want to definitely pull tops up or have them over here. Putting on, so guys, obviously you can, you know, if you want to wear a necklace, you can, of course. But putting on a necklace or something like that just changes the whole outfit. Be careful of, so for the guys, if you've got a white background like I have at the moment, and you're wearing a white shirt, you become a bopping head online. So be very careful of that. Make sure that you're not fading yourself or drowning yourself because of the, you know, the white shirt syndromes and things like that. So wear something like blue, or, you know, a t-shirt or whatever you wear, but just be careful of color on color. So if there's a black background, of course, don't wear a black shirt. Okay, now, did you see that? I moved away. So bold colors or, you know, plain colors are really good online. They help you to stand out. Psychedelic things and patterns and things like that can be quite distracting. So again, be careful of the psychedelic or the patterns and things like that. And guys and girls, if you are online, you never know when you have to get up to do something, especially if you're distracted. So wear pants, you know, like don't be sitting and thinking that because you're online you don't have to wear pants, because as I said, you never know when you're distracted and your pants have to be shown. Okay, just in terms of sitting on with the camera and things like that, the biggest thing is to make sure that you are sitting at a reasonable, you know, distance from the camera, so people can actually see you and they can hear you and things like that. But sitting up too close or sitting too far can distort the way that you look and can distort the way that people see you. Okay, now this is the demo that I want to actually do for you, because this is something that I did and I was blown away. I thought, oh, I was doing the right thing, and I wasn't. So I am going to demo for you how, in terms of makeup, ladies, and obviously guys, I mean, if you wear makeup, that's fine, you know, and I think you should have some on there, you know, just to give yourself a little bit of color and things like that. But here's something that I did on and I thought I was really being very, very clever on the show, because I was so excited to be on it, that I overdid my makeup. So what I did is I put too much makeup on, too much eye makeup. Now listen, this is not a makeup demo or anything like that. I'm far from being a makeup artist or anything like that. I mean, I've been doing my own makeup for years, and I'm going to do this without a camera, and I'm going to probably be using this thing. But I do want to show you what happens to your eyes when you're putting on too much makeup. So just bear with me on this, because I am having fun here. So I'm going to do this. So what I did is I did this whole, you know, like the, oh my God, this is going to be awful. But I did that there. And I don't know if you can see already that the eye starts looking smaller. Can you see that? And I did a heavy, so let me just go heavy here. A heavy eyeliner on the eye, and that's kind of standing out now. So what I think, and I'll just show you. Oh yes, I did a bit more of this, because as I said, I was being very clever. very clever. So let's do that there, like that. And you can see immediately where the eye stands out, and then suddenly where the eye starts disappearing, and it starts becoming a little bit too distracting online. So sorry guys, I know this is terrible, and the makeup artists out there are going, what the hell is she doing, you know? But this just to give you a demonstration of, if you're putting too much on, that it doesn't necessarily always look amazing. Actually, this doesn't look so bad at the moment. The other one that that's it, you know, see there? So you're doing that with your eyes. Can you see how your eye kind of just disappears? So ladies, just watch the makeup, that it's not too heavy, or get it done professionally. But look, if you're doing live video all the time, you can't. So you've got to work out what works and what doesn't work for you. But just be authentic, be yourself. And in closing this live video, I want to say to you, have fun. Like, you know, just have fun. Things happen. You make mistakes. Like, nobody online there knows that you're making a mistake if you're talking and all of that in terms of content. Just have some fun, and go and do live video. You know, this is what it's all about. Let me see if I've missed anything. I've spoken about the voice, about water, I've spoken about makeup, the backgrounds, eating, preparation, don't read. Oh, the one thing I didn't speak about was internet efficiency. So make sure that your internet supports you, especially if you're out there doing live videos. Make sure that you've got a good internet connection. I've spoken about, and I am looking at my notes here, glasses, so making sure that your glasses are good. I've spoken about moving around, spoken about your eyes, your eye contact online. I've spoken about animals and children. I've spoken about animals and children that come and interrupt. I've spoken about clothes, disruptions, sitting too close or too far, and of course just having fun. So go out there, do some live video, have a bit of fun with it, and I will see you on the next video. Oh, don't forget to book your ticket for the social media conference, www.socialmediaconference.co.nz. See you on the other side.